Wrapping your soaps using craft paper. Today I'm going to talk you through a few reasons why we think craft paper is a fantastic wrapping material for your handmade soaps. I'm also going to show you different ways that you can wrap, different ways that you can use your labelling to coordinate, and using ribbons and twines. We love craft paper purely for the fact that it gives a more robust packaging. If you're into piping different designs on the top of your cold process soap, quite delicate and quite easily damaged. Embeds on melt and pour soap, again, they can be quite easily damaged, so you want to look for a wrapping that's going to protect that, and we feel that craft paper is good for that. With Christmas coming up, I feel that we should start with a Christmas themed soap. So to get this look, this is what we're going to be doing. So you take a piece of craft paper and you need to place your soap in the middle but towards the bottom. You need just enough to be able to give yourself a neat crease at the bottom so the soap is still able to stand up, and at the top you need enough length to be able to fold over to give that protection to the top of the soap. So firstly, fold over. It's basically like wrapping a gift. So you do your first fold and the bottom. Like I say, try and keep it as neat as possible, because you ideally want the soap to be able to stand up after it's packaged. So there we go. The top bit is the most important bit, because you obviously need that protection for the delicate topping. So if you push in the sides, hold in the front and the back, and you should be able to make yourself a triangular top. And then find with your fingers the top of where the top of the soap lies and fold over. And it's this fold that will give you the added protection to the tops of your soaps, like so. Now for the ribbon, so you take your length of ribbon, make sure it's the right side up, and we start from the front, and then we cross over at the back, trying to keep it all neat and flowing the same way. Cross over, back to the front, and then I like to just slip it underneath that cross section, as it holds it more in place. It doesn't really slip anywhere if you do it that way. There we go. Make sure they're all facing the right way and the same way. Now this is the point that I will then turn it around, and we need to tie a knot. So, and then take one loop. When tying a ribbon, it's really quite hard sometimes to get the loops equal, so I like to bring that bit over to match the other side. Sometimes you have to adjust the loops. There we go. And then we just snip off the sides. And it's as easy as that. And the good thing is you can still have labelling at the front if you wanted with your branding, and your ingredients labels can secure that ribbon at the back. There you go. Now for the second option, we're going to secure with twine. So let's take our piece of craft paper and cut our length of twine ready. Take our soap slice, and again you need to place it at the bottom, but enough to be able to get a fold, and enough at the top to protect the top piece. So if you're not wanting to use tape, it's going to be a little bit tricky. It's going to be a little bit awkward on camera, but we will try our best. So do the folds as you would, There you go. And then trying to push onto the counter, I'm still going to try and get that triangular shape at the top. Find the top of the soap with the backs of my fingers and fold down. So we've got the shape, we just need to hold it in place. So I will start the string from the back for this particular soap because we need it to hold together. So we start at the back, cross over at the front, back round, and again I like to slip my ends underneath. You could just do one or you can do two, and we'll do one in this case because it's a bit fiddly. I hope we won't, we do two. There you go. So it should hold together. So then you can tie your knot at the back and it's secure. So you can trim them off. Again, you can have your labelling at the back with your ingredients and allergens, and you can have your branding label at the front. We like to use the Kraft labels. These are just plain Kraft labels. You can print or have your own made up, and popping it across the top like that gives a really effective finish. There you go.